Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back. I know it's a bit late, past 9 o'clock, but Shreya asked me to do this question, especially for her before the essay exam. So hopefully, Shreya, you see this in the morning, and I hope it helps you. So let's go through this question quickly. I'll show you guys a couple of ways to attempt this question. We could use ratio. This is a typical ratio and proportion question, but let me show you the easiest way, and this is how I kind of did this a bit mentally. Alright, and then I'll show you guys the full formal written way. So 40% of Henry's stickers is equal to 1/5 of Carl's stickers. So 40% of Henry's stickers is equal to 1/5 of Carl's stickers. Carl. So if we have this equation here, it is very difficult for us to look at it because we have percentage on one side and we have fractions on the other side. So what do I always tell you guys to do? Convert from one to the other. That way it'll be much easier for us to understand what's going on. In fact, when I was doing this mentally, okay, I'll show you guys this quick. This is not what I want you guys to do. I was actually in my brain, I said 40% is equal to 1/5. Therefore, 80% would be equal to, sorry, just let me erase that. Where is the eraser? I'm using a new app. 80% will be equal to 1/5 multiplied by 2. So that'll be 2/5, we just doubling it. And the remainder 20%, right? So 20%. So 20%, whoops, will be actually put on a gloves so that I wouldn't do that. My palm wouldn't hit the screen, but it still did. 20% would be equal to basically half of 1/5, which is 1/10. Oh, it still did that. So essentially, what I did mentally was that 80% would be equal to 2/5, and if we double that, that'll be 4/10. And the other 20% will be 1/10. So that means 100% would be equal to 5/10. So therefore, in my mind, how I did this mentally was that 100% of Henry's stickers would be equal to half of Carl's stickers. Therefore, it'll be a 1/3 ratio. So basically, let's draw a brick like this. So Henry would be equal to half of Carl's stickers. This will be half, and this would be the other half. So it'd basically be a 1/3 to 2/3 ratio. So that's what I did mentally, right? Because I didn't want, like, when Miss gave me this question, I was like, I have no paper, let's do this mentally. However, the other way that I would recommend you guys do this question is essentially making sure that they're equal in terms of what they are. So we have 40% is equal to 1/5 of Carl's stickers. So therefore, we convert this 40% into a fraction as well. So that will be equal to 4/10, or if we reduce it, will be 2/5. So we get to 2/5 is equal to 1/5. And guys, if we multiply both of them by 5/1, we'll actually cancel them out and we'll still get the 2-to-1 ratio. So you guys see, Henry's stickers is equal to half of Carl's stickers. So what percentage of the total stickers belong to Henry? So if Henry is basically a third, it will just be a third multiplied by 100% over 1, which will be 33 and a third percent. So I hope it helps. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube immediately, and then I'll have Miss send this to Shreya. So hope it helps. Take care. Good luck again in that essay exam. You guys gonna destroy that exam. Good luck. Take care. Peace.